How realistic is the Formula Ford 1600 on iRacing? Well, first of all, you might be wondering, how would you know? So let me introduce myself quickly. I started racing Formula Ford in 2016. Was fortunate enough to win some races and some championships throughout 2 full seasons in 2017 and 2018. And I've since been coaching in the category as well. So it's fair to say I've driven that type of car a fair bit. Now on the iRacing front, I'd be very novice, as I've only just built a sim. But even more reason why I think it's a better test, because most people don't have extravagant 20 grand sim setups to be driving Formula Ford on in the first place. So this is how I've decided to try and break it down. I'm going to try and analyse the car model on these certain points. Corner entry, mid-corner and corner exit. And I'm going to give reasons as to why or why not they are realistic in certain places. I recorded myself race, so watch this. If you don't want to watch the whole race, skip to this time here. Okay, so that should sync. All right, let's go. Locks up there. Oh, so annoying. It's just so hard to get that rotation the way I want it. I always feel like I'm having to add more lock later in the corner, but too much. Too early. Way too early. Too little minimum. So I'm gonna be a 38. I think I just got a 38. Did I get it? No! I think I just missed. It was like ass across the line. So I think that would have been a 38.9. I did 38.3, I think, in testing, but it was a 1x, which means your lap gets taken away. So I actually only did a 38.7 because of that in the testing. 39.6 there is not great. But if you look at that, like the last race I did, which I didn't record, I went P1 and I did like a 39.5 was my fastest lap. So, no, sorry, 38.5 was my fastest lap. But I was doing 39s and like winning the race. So it shows this is a much faster split, which is basically, how would I explain that? Like a faster level. So they put the faster guys in the higher splits and the slower guys in the slow splits. So I think I've been like put up a split. Obviously I'm still rookie license, I'm brand new to the game. This is like my 4th or 5th race maybe. So it's not like there's a lot to go off for the game, but I'm obviously going to be in with all the rookies. So, let's see how we go. Oh well, would have rather been starting pole. Game's the game. Let's try to keep it clean-ish. Right. Nice. No way. The leader just fully binned himself. Right, P2. I'll get a good toe here. I won't go in though. Oh, fuck it, I'll go in. Oh, to be fair, I don't know how we didn't crash. I was looking in the mirror and I drove off the road all by myself. Alright, let's try and go now. Way too early. I'm going to get munched into turn 1. You're in first. Cheers, mate. locked up. I did that just now in the quali, I think. It's just so easy to get past that threshold and just lock your front, and then the car's just not rotating. It feels like you're braking at like 20% pressure. Way too early. I'm going in way too early into them. No speed. Need to carry more minimum there. That's so bad. I'm surprised that P2's not reeled me in, because that was terrible. Too early again. I'm just under driving all the entries, and it's going to get me wrecked. Bit better. A little bit better. No. Ah! That's what I mean by it's just like, just can't really get the brakes to do what I want them to do. So frustrating. What X's am I on? 1X, okay. It's not bad. Let's get back into this race. Such a big lift. Right, how long have I got? Okay, still 6 minutes, so over half the race to go. Nice. P6. P5. Is he defending or what? Big thing is I'm just trying not to hit anyone, so I don't want any of the X's. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Nice. Alright, let's go. B3. 1.4, let's go. Considering I've got no control over this race car, I'm pretty happy with how the race is going. 3 minutes left. We can still win it. Like there, like how's the car just sliding in like that? Obviously it's because I've like dragged in brake. But what I'm saying is the threshold is so like thin. It's just like one moment it's fine. In real life, it's like you launch it in with the brakes. But it would never just four-wheel drift like that. Right, I need to be braking later. That's too early. That's stupid. Driving like a bandit. Shit exit, man. Come on, focus. No way. I literally don't care about what's going on behind. Alright, what's the time left? 1 minute. So this will be a penultimate lap. Hopefully we get 2 more after this, but I think this will be the white. Oh my god, every single lap into there. Okay, that is the white. How? I just don't understand how the physics is like that. Fuck, it's so annoying. think I might have damage, you know. I don't care about behind. Oh, that's a shame. What did we get then? 3x, okay, that's not bad. Because I'm a rookie, it actually doesn't matter where I finish or anything like that. All that matters is that I get as little X's as possible. But obviously, I got the plate I got the lead handed to me on the plate, and I binned it. And then I was recovered to P3, closing in on P2. Too many mistakes. I could have caught P2 quite easily if I didn't make so many mistakes. Oh, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying about the... I'll try to break it down into categories actually. But in terms of realism, like the tyre model I think is brilliant on the car. Like in the mid corner. In the mid corner and exit is very realistic. But it's just that entry to mid where the weight transfer is just not the same as in real life. That would be my biggest thing. The entry to mid's not the same as real life. Because it's the other way around. It's like the rotation almost comes on brake release in the game. But in real life, it's the other way around. Because if you think about it, when you hit the brake, the weight of the car goes to the front. That then is what's giving you all the front grip. In real life, that's what gives you front grip. Whereas in this, it's the other way around. It's like you'd get off the brake and you're like, whoa! So that would be pretty much my consensus. My opinion on that. But yeah, anyway, first race, not terrible. Pretty terrible. It was pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Future MRG again now. I hope you enjoyed that race, and if you skipped it, then it's only been about a second for you. So, my analysis of the simulator, of the car model within iRacing, would be corner entry is by far the weakest point of the sim. And reason being is that the way that the weight transfer works on the sim, as far as I can seem to tell, on fixed setup anyway, is that the weight transfer happens as you come off the brake pedal. Now, if you imagine the car hit the brakes, imagine all the weight goes to the front. That then is when you should have the most front end grip and therefore rotation. Whereas in the sim, it's like you hit the brake and then as you come off the brake, then the weight goes like this. So that would be my only thing that I would say they've got wrong. In the middle of the corner, let's just assume the rotation part in the entry is good, or you've managed to drive around or drive the sim accordingly. Then the middle of the corner I think is very accurate. I think the tyre model is really good, especially when the car's under lateral load. It's very similar to how it feels in real life. And then on exit, I'd say it's very similar as well. It's quite an underpowered car, so you can kind of just smash the power. When you get it hooked up, you're almost still sideways by the time you get on the power. And I'd say that simulates very well on the sim because it results to lap time just like it does in real life. So therefore, if the style would be quite similar, the same way that you'd extract pace in real life, but the way to get there would just be slightly different in real life compared to on the sim. So that adds me on to bonus points. Would I recommend that an aspiring racing driver uses this simulator as a tool to improve? And the answer to that is definitely yes. 100%. I think the track models on iRacing, all the ones I've done so far, seem super, super realistic. Incredible how realistic they are. I can't believe how cheaply you can get a setup like that for, when you compare to professional teams and how much they put in to their simulators. And sometimes they're only at the same level, really. So definitely would recommend it to aspiring racing drivers, because I think that there's a huge correlation with how it's got to be driven, in terms of you want to be rotating the car early in the corner and getting on throttle early. Also in the racecraft, it feels similar. Even when I'm close to someone behind, sometimes what's happening is I can smell the petrol off a Formula Ford engine. Obviously I can't smell it in real life, but my brain's playing a trick on me because I can see it, and it feels like I'm back in a real life scenario. My brain's so used to then having the smells of tyre and especially the gas, that I can actually smell that, which is kind of weird. It's kind of cool, but strange at the same time. So that's very realistic. The racecraft's realistic, and therefore, if you are looking to be racing in Formula Ford at some point, and you're currently karting or whatever, you're not quite ready to be testing in Formula Ford, or if you've got a test coming up and you want to learn a track in the Ford, I'd say it's an amazing tool, and I would definitely recommend using it. So hopefully I'll be racing more on iRacing for the foreseeable, because I think it's a really enjoyable platform, and I feel like I've been sleeping on it for years. I wish I'd gotten on it earlier, but you can't rewind time, so it is what it is. If you've watched this far into the video, then please drop me a like or a comment, or let me know your thoughts, because any interaction really boosts me on the algorithm. So that'd be really helpful to know your guys' opinion and what you think. So thank you very much if you have made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one.